Hello everybody and welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel, and today I want to talk about something. I've had a couple of questions. The question is, how do you safely one stick up a tree that has either a crotch or branches? So we got the one stick out here, and we've got a tree with a crotch in it about, I don't know, 15, 18, maybe 20 feet up. My thought on this tree would be that I would like to get up into that crotch to just give me a little bit more cover so I can look like another branch growing in between the crotch, and that will give me two trees to kind of hide around. The way this tree is growing, it's got a little bit of a lean to it, and most of the time you would want to climb the high side like this. Once you get on a side or on the back, it's going to want to like pendulum you. So if you can stay on the high side, it keeps you in this position. Once you get off of that, you're gonna swing sometimes. I'm gonna start making my way up the tree, get up to the crotch there, and show you the transition between your regular climbing rope and your lineman's rope. All right, so I'm up to the spot with the crotch in the tree, and I can't really go any farther without disconnecting this rope and hooking it onto one of the single parts of the crotch. So that would be pretty dangerous to unhook and not have anything there in case something did go wrong, your stick slipped or you slipped or misgrabbed or something like that, and you plummet to your death and that was your last hunt and your family has to come find you. Well, that's kind of gruesome, morbid, but it's true. It happens a lot. A lot of people die in the woods, so let's try not to be one of the casualties in the hunting woods this year. So we're going to be smart. Instead of just saying, hey, it's only going to take me a second to disconnect that and loop it around, which wouldn't be a difficult thing to do, but that's why we have this tied right here to our lineman's belt. I've got this extra rope here, got a carabiner and a ropeman 1 on it, and I'm going to throw it right between the crotch of the tree here. See if I can do it one-handed. There, right up through. Okay, clipping it in. Want to watch it, make sure it gets in there. I'm going to go ahead and lock it so it doesn't come loose. And we're going to tighten it up. Okay, one more time. All right, now we're sitting in to our lineman's belt. Easy to say. There we go. Okay, those things are pretty handy. Just pull it and it tightens it. All right, so I'm in that belt, and you see all the slack in this? I can take that off. I'm going to disconnect my gear tie here and disconnect my rope. I got my rope disconnected. I want to make sure I'm coming straight up between and not around my lineman's belt there. I'm gonna bring that around. All right, so I fed that through the crotch. Come back around, hook to my rope, tie it back up, or tighten it back up, all the way down. Now I can feed my rope up over, tighten into my rope. All right, I got my rope tightened up. I'm going on this straighter piece of the crotch there, and that way I can lean against the other side. Now I'm going to get my weight back into the safeguard, and And then I'm going to take the weight off the Ropeman one. All right, we got our weight back into the safeguard. We can disconnect the Ropeman one. Take it off of there. Back through the tree, and then back into the pouch. I've made it up into the crotch. To be honest with you, climbing up the crotch is harder than climbing up a tree with a bunch of branches. I should have found one with a bunch of branches to show you how to use the lineman's belt. The main reason is that this tree started to angle the other way, and I wanted to come onto this side, and it was right in the middle of the crotch where I needed to do that. It was a little bit of a challenge, but I made it happen. So I'm putting my platform in now, and I'm going to step into the platform and raise my rope at the same time. Maybe go ahead and tie that stopper knot, just for extra safety, precaution. Now you got area you can hang some equipment up here if you want to. You can hang it in front of you. And when you want to get comfy, you just lean against the tree, relax. A lot of times you can, twist your bridge a little bit, maybe lean your shoulder against this tree. But you got extra camouflage up here with the tree. I showed you climbing up a tree with a split, like a crotch in it, and having to go up the main trunk and then use your lineman's belt to go up over a single branch, and then take your climbing rope, your tether, whatever you want to call it, off and hooking it onto the other branch. That way you're safely transferring from the main trunk to the crotch. Now this is climbing a tree that has a branch or 2 branches or 5 branches on your way up. You can do this multiple times as you ascend to the tree. Sometimes it's just one branch that's going to be in your way. So I'm using my one stick, and I get to a spot where there's a branch. I could loosen up my screw point on this and hold on to the tree with one arm, swing the rope around, hook it back up real quick, and tighten it up and say, whew, that was, I made it through another unsafe transfer. And some people might not think that's a big of a deal. I used to climb trees as a kid with no ropes or anything and just climb up as high as I could and climb down again, and never thought twice about it. But now, being an adult with a wife and kids and a granddaughter, you think about it a little bit differently. You fall, you get injured, you can't go to work, you can't make money, you can't hunt anymore for a while, or maybe ever. So you just do a quick, smart transfer over this tree branch. Just like before, I have my lineman's belt. It's permanently tied to my left hip on my lineman's loop, and I'll bring that right up over the branch and hook into my other lineman's loop on the other side. And then I will tighten up my Ropeman 1 to where I'm only on my lineman's belt. Once I get my weight all on my lineman's belt, I disconnect the weight off of my climbing rope, unscrew that, quick link here, and then take my rope up over the branch, tighten it back up, and then I have this Night Eyes gear tie that I just wrap around and that keeps my rope where it needs to be. Then I'm gonna put some tension into the rope, disconnect my ropeman 1. I'm in my rope now. I'm gonna disconnect my lineman's belt and stick it back in my pouch. Now I'm over the branch, and I can continue my ascend, my climb, my way up the tree to get to hunting height. It's the end of the hunt. You've got your bow hoist hook, rope. Drop that on down. Doesn't knot up. Hook that to your rope. Loosen your gear tie. Tighten your bridge. Untie your stopper knot. Now on this one, I came up this side of the tree. My rope in my bag is on my right hand side. But I don't want to drop that down on this side of the crotch and have my other rope out down there. So I'm going to drop this down over here. Grab your rappel gloves. I'm going to work my way down a little bit, disconnect my platform, disconnect my stick, and get down. So now there's a difference between this way and if you have a nice straight tree with no branches. You got to make sure you take everything off, because this tail of this rope is going to have to go all the way up through that D-ring. So you're going to pull your bow hoist rope, and that rope's going to start down. But now it's stuck on a branch up there that I went up over, just a little branch, and that would have really bothered you. But also the crotch would definitely have stopped it. So now we're going to pull the whole rope all the way up through the tree. And if I didn't have it on the side of the knot and I pulled it on the other side, my carabiner would have just went through the end of the rope, and your rope would still be down here and you'd have the other end up in the top. So now I have the knot here. Disconnect this. I'm just going to pull the rest of the rope through the crotch, through the branch, and it all comes down. So that's why it's important to hook on this side instead of the other side, because you could have your rope disconnected and still hanging in the tree. I mean, this is going to be up there, and hopefully you could grab the tail and maybe yank it up out, but this knot's going to want to get stuck in everything. So you pull this down first, and the loose end of the rope with no knots is going to make its way up through and drop down. I'm going to figure eight this rope back up, put it back in my hauler pouch, and get everything back together and ready for the next hunt. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. There'll be more like this and some hunts coming up. And also share it, hit the like button, and leave a comment below. If you got any better ways for me to climb up through a crotch like that, let me know. Like I said, climbing branches is going to be a lot easier. I would love to get one of those little roll pouches. You could just fold this in half and put it in your roll pouch. I don't have one yet. One of these days maybe. But this is working for me for now. Anyhow, if you're getting out there one sticking, stay safe. Hope you enjoy this fall. And I hope that you have some opportunities. And you can't have an opportunity if you're not in the woods, right? So get off the couch and get out there. All right, just want to thank you for watching. Want to let you know we love you, God loves you, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy hunting and stay safe, and hopefully get a crack at them. See you later.